Well, hello and welcome to the first ever non-league on Sunday live stream here on the channel, and I think hopefully on Twitter as well. To give it 30 seconds or so, let a few more people come into the live stream before we crack on with proceedings. So I'm looking forward to this, going through this broadcast with you. I'm really excited. It's a new venture for me, and hopefully it can get bigger as time goes on. You can comment, definitely on YouTube at least. And I'll explain more about that in just a moment, but we'll give it a few more seconds, let a few more people come onto the live stream before we get going with the first ever non-league on Sunday, which I cannot wait for. Like I just said, it's exciting times for the channel, and it can only get bigger and better as time goes on. So we've got Jared who says hi. So thank you for joining us this morning. It's very early. I have to revise these live streams for future because this is too early for me. I'm not a morning person. It has to be said. But I'm very excited about doing this. So we've got just the one view at the moment. But we'll get going any second now. Obviously, this will be, you can watch this back on YouTube after the live stream has ended, obviously. So I'll tell you what, without further ado, welcome to the first ever non-league on Sunday live broadcast. This will be most Sundays from 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. next weekend. I just want to quickly say a few things before I go ahead. The point of this broadcast is, of course, to promote non-league, the best kept secret in the English football pyramid, or even Scotland. That's what I want to do, promote the sport as much as I can. So for the time being, at least, this will be mostly southern based, because it's just me today. This is a bit like a test stream, if you like, for non-league on Sunday. We're going to do a proper show. Do what I can. It's not 100% basic. It's me 100% professional. It's me bare bones. I'm not going to lie to you. But as time goes on, this will hopefully get bigger and better as time goes on. So today, for the next few weeks, it's going to be mostly Southern League based. We're not going to really concentrate on Northern leagues. We're going to show you the National League North. We're going to go from steps 1 to 4 during these broadcasts. We could discuss lower steps in future, but not showing the league tables, that kind of thing. And then hopefully one day in the future, we'll start bringing in more of the Northern leagues onto non-league on Sunday. But of course, we need more people to be sort of guest presenters on here. I'm hoping to get at least one, maybe two next weekend on here, so the sort of conversations can flow. It's just me, so it's going to be a bit awkward today. I'm not going to lie. And then maybe in a few weeks' time, we get maybe 3 people on, so we can have good discussions, debates. Good debates, no arguments, no shouting, nothing like that. That's not going to happen here on this broadcast. But we can just talk more about certain things that are happening. It'd be great. So hello to Tom Bridge Angels fan. I think you'll be getting a mention today in the National League South. I can't remember now. This is another reason I want to do these non-league on Sunday shows, is also as well to for me to learn about the different teams in each league, work out who the best players are, who the worst players are, and so it's a learning process for me. Not just presenting it, but I want to learn more about the non-league pyramid and see what I can do with it. So, without further ado, let's kick things off then. Oh, hang on, bear with me 1 second. I think there might be some more I want to mention before we carry on. So in terms of getting guests onto the streams, it'd be great if we could have sort of, experts in the non-league field come on, discuss with me, like I said, the league tables, results in the weekend, that sort of thing. And maybe it'd be great to get a manager or two on here as well, their expert knowledge of their teams. But of course, we had no fixtures this weekend due to, sadly, the Queen's passing. So hence why it's a bit bare bones today, just the league tables and a few news items. But of course, you'll see on the scrolling ticker down below, feel free to comment where you're heading next weekend, or during the week even, actually, because the FA Trophy games will be going ahead on Tuesday night, quite a lot of them, Basingstoke versus Cirencester. There's also hashtag a plan away at Bedford Sports. That was a game I was actually tempted to go to, but that never quite happened, did it? And also as well, comment any potential news. I've only got 3 news items. Not that much research going into this. But if you've got any news items or statistics from the last week, then feel free to comment those, and I'll give those a shout out to add to the channel as well, which would be fantastic. So let's kick things off with the news that I've got going into this first ever broadcast. So the first one is a bit of a shock for me, actually, and it's regarding this man. It's Greg Halford, ex-Portsmouth player, ex-Wolves, ex-EFL player. Surprisingly, he has signed for #United of the Isthmian League North. Was not expecting this one. He signed actually, I think, a week or two ago. He's a defender. He's very tall. He's very good at throw-ins. It's a very shock move, I feel. This is a guy who I think offered to play for free at Portsmouth just a few years ago. But he is back and he's in non-league at the depths of #United. So a solid signing for # with experience and the qualities that he possesses. Certainly in those long throw-ins. I mean, he's going to be deadly for them. Absolutely deadly. And I'm sure he's going to be a fantastic signing for them. And also, lastly, in terms of news that I've got, which I am absolutely gobsmacked about, and it's regarding the Southern League Premier side Bracknell. Started off with the surprise departure of Connor Lynch, the former Basingstoke man. He has left and become a free agent. Scored loads. I think he scored about 27 goals for Basingstoke last season. Didn't start a game this term so far for Bracknell. Came off the bench a few times, and sadly for him, it's not worked out with the club, and he is now a free agent. Where's he off to next? Who knows? He's certainly a fantastic player. He's little, but he's very good on the ball, and he will finish and put those balls into the back of the net. That is for certain. So his destination, obviously, there's going to be multiple rumours. A lot of, obviously, us Basingstoke fans would want him back. But of course, he could be anywhere. I mean, he's such a quality player. There's no reason why he can't be in step 3 of the non-league pyramid. So I have to wait and see on that one during the week, maybe where he goes. It's all going on. And of course, the next big one is the big shock for Bracknell, the departure of manager Bobby Wilkinson. He joined in 2019 and he'd done a fantastic job of them, of course, last season. Record-breaking season at Bracknell. Won them the league title and the Isthmian South Central League title. And surprisingly, he has gone. He's resigned from the club. He's probably gone to a team bigger, at least one step above Bracknell. So that is shocking news. I was not expecting that, nor were the Bracknell fans, I'd imagine. He did manage Hungerford, so possibly he's going to a team, maybe in the National League South. Who knows? I think it's going to be a big loss to Bracknell, and maybe they're going to have to find a good replacement, one that is in it for the long term. I think with Bobby Wilkinson, it's a shame for him because with the COVID-stricken couple of seasons, Bracknell could have been at least a step or two above where they are playing right now, and that is a disappointing thing. And maybe Bobby wouldn't have handed his resignation in, but nonetheless, it is a big shock for the club. And I just cannot believe it myself. Real shock news. Just going to quickly have a look in your comments. What's going on? Gemma says, "Be interesting to see where Lynch goes." Of course, a lot of Basingstoke fans, of course, want him back. He might. Tonbridge Angels, never say never. Of course, he could be going there. Tonbridge have got Jay Saunders apparently. But yeah, I have to wait and see on that one. It's all exciting. So yeah, feel free to comment any news that I've not mentioned. There's a lot to go through. I predict today will be between 45 minutes to an hour and a half long. And then future live streams might even go on longer, 2 hours or so, if we get at least 1 or 2 people next week to join and discuss with me non-league, which, let's face it, is proper football, isn't it? So of course we're going to go to the National League North, kicking things off. The way that these photos work, it's a bit annoying because you can still see me at the side, but it's the only way I could logically via StreamYard that I could show you the league table as clearly as possible. So this is I've just realised something here. The ticker's getting in the way of the there you go, the league table. But there we go, the National League. So this is a league that I'm not the biggest fan of because, of course, a lot of teams are professional, but it's a very interesting league nonetheless because it's got more competitive as time has gone on. It's certainly it's always been a tough league to get out of because, of course, the league title winner gets automatically promoted and it's a playoff place, gets a second promotion spot into the Football League. But now it's got really tough. I mean, look at these teams in here. You've got Chesterfield, who are top of the table at the moment. Notts County, Wrexham, Eastleigh, Southend, Oldham, the first Premier League side to go into non-league, Torquay United, Aldershot, and of course Scunthorpe. So it's a tough league to get out of, is the National League in this day and age. And it's a crying shame for them, some of these teams, to be in this league, but maybe they will see how good non-league actually is. Bear with me 1 second. So yeah, in terms of the league table, Chesterfield sit at the very top, unbeaten so far during this early start to the league campaign. Unsurprisingly, Wrexham are in second. They've 1 defeat. Notts County, Solihull, Boreham, and Wealdstone and Barnet make up those playoff positions early doors. And then we got right at the foot of the table, surprisingly, is actually Scunthorpe United. I mean, who would have thought that? Scunthorpe used to be a championship side, and now they're at the foot of the National League. I mean, what can they do to change things at that club? I don't know if they have any financial difficulties. Let me know if there are any Scunthorpe fans here today listening. 1 defeat and 1 win and 6 defeats. It's not a good track record for them so far, and it's looking pretty bad for them. But of course, it's early days. Hopefully, they get to stay up. Altrincham, Halifax, and Aldershot make up the final relegation spots. Let's have a look around the rest of the league. So Wealdstone doing quite well. They're quite a small club, I believe, so I'm surprised they're up there. But it's good to see that the underdogs do quite well. Let's have a look. Torquay, they've had a disappointing start, haven't they? Torquay United. I feel like they should be an EFL team, but they had 1 good year where they were top of league for quite a long time. But they just the last couple of years have just struggled, haven't they, to maintain the top spot in that division. Dorking Wanderers, they've had a hard time of it, haven't they? They got battered 5-0 the other week, and they seem to be shipping in goals left, right, and centre. Mark White's interview the other week was quite funny regarding his team that conceding so many goals. But hopefully they can stay up in the National League. It'd be great to see that. I think that's the main target. Yeovil's struggling there, aren't they? They used to be an ex-championship side as well. So it's a tough league to come out of, but it's going to take a long time for a lot of these ex-EFL teams to get back into the EFL, I feel. But let me know maybe in the comments who you think will be going up and going down in the National League for this season. So, next of all, let's have a look. We're going to go to the goal scorers, the top goal scorers so far in the National League table. Macaulay Langstaff is the top goal scorer by quite a distance early doors. 8 goals from Notts County. He's been banging them in. Paul Mullin with 5 goals at Wrexham. Adam Campbell, Reed, Tyrone Marsh. Quite a few players there with 4 goals each. Let's have a look. Nicky Kabamba scored 3 for Barnet. Did he play for Portsmouth? I recognise the name. Maybe not, but I recognise the name from somewhere. But yeah, that's the top 20 goal scorers so far in the National League table. And something else I'm going to do now and again is show the average attendances for the top 2 steps of the non-league pyramid. And this is the National League average attendance chart so far. And Wrexham by far the best team with nearly 10,000 average fans per game, 9,855. That is a good average attendance for a non-league side. But of course, they are backed by famous Hollywood actors. So it's no surprise that they've gone right up, haven't they, in terms of the attendances, and they've got a lot of exposure from news articles and stuff. And I think they will certainly be in the EFL next season. There's no surprise about that. Oldham Athletic, second highest average attendance, 7,442. I think they will. I'd like to see them do well and get back into the Football League. It's a shame when you see such a team, an ex-Premier League team, fall into non-league. It's so hard to get out of this league, and like I said a few times, and hopefully they can find a way out of it and back into the EFL sometime soon. Other notable teams doing quite well in attendances: Notts County, Chesterfield, Southend. They've got quite a good average attendance as well. If you look down the bottom, Bournemouth with just over 1,000 fans per game. I know they played in National League South for quite a while, so they won. It's no surprise that they won the smallest average attendances in the league. Let's have a look close in the bottom: Gateshead, Maidenhead, Solihull, Wealdstone. Where's the other team I'm looking for? Dorking, yeah, they got more than what I thought, actually. 2,029 average attendance, I think that is. Or was it? No, 1,195, sorry. Team that I'd like to see really do in the National League. Obviously, I think they'd be happy just to stay in the National League for, cement themselves in this division for as long as they can, and maybe one day progress to League Two if they got the finances in the stadium to do it. They've got a very small ground, Dorking, but again, very popular, and I would like to see them do well. Moving on to the league table for National League South, it is Ebbsfleet United who have won every single league game so far, and they're on 21 points, of course. They're doing fantastic, aren't they? Top of the National League South table, making up the rest of the spots in the playoffs. Haven't Louisville, Worthing, Chelmsford, Braintree, Welling, and Bath, I want to say it. But Worthing got promoted last season from, I think it was the Southern League South last year, and they're doing very, very well, unbeaten so far in the National League South so far. So that's great for them. Having them at Louisville seconds, they spent, I think, just 1 year in the National League a few years ago, struggled to stay in there. It'd be great to see, a side like Havant maybe possibly get back into the National League next term. On the opposite end of the table, Weymouth, Cheshunt, Hemel Hempstead, and Dulwich Hamlet. Surprised Dulwich are down there, actually, because they've got one of the highest average attendances in this league, as I will show you in just a moment. Weymouth yet to record a league win so far this term. Let's have a look at other teams. We've got Hungerford just flirting with the relegation spots, just outside the relegation spots, flirting with it so far at the moment. Hungerford, let me know, is it time for them to get relegated? Will they get relegated this season? They've been a sort of team that has had a very low budget, I believe, since they got promoted to this league. And it's a nice club. We went there last season against Dorking Wanderers. It's a weird little ground. They got about 7 stands there, which is quite bizarre. But it's a nice, welcoming little club, and I'd like to see them start. But is it maybe this season will they struggle? Maybe get relegated? Who knows? Let us know in the comments if you think they will. So quickly reading more comments we've got coming through. Mr. Luke, Gateshead fan, I think we'll start this season. So let's have a look what else we got. Dorking come up with Tonbridge Angels when they went up for the Ryman League. Yes, so Mr. Luke says Ebbsfleet are winning the league. They must be the favourites. They did actually lose the playoff final last season, didn't they, to Dorking? So maybe this is their time to get promoted to the National League. Who knows? We have to wait and see on that one, won't we? Other teams, Farnborough so far having an okay start to the season, getting promoted last season. Dover cementing themselves quite well early doors. Had a torrid time of it last year in the National League, didn't they? Tonbridge Angels, as you can see there, mid-table. Are you happy with that 12th position? Is that where you expect to be? 3 wins, 1 draw, 3 defeats. Let me know if that's where you roughly expect to be. Taunton doing very well, 9th position. Team got promoted from the Southern League Premier last year. Hopefully they have a good season. And next up, we're going to go for, if I can find it, let's have a look. The National League South average attendances. And as I said, no surprise, Dulwich Hamlet, superb average attendance, 2,100. I mean, that is incredible. I like their colour scheme as well. The whole, the purple and pink colours they got going on. That's a place I'd love to visit one day on the vlogs. Worthing, second, very well supported club. As you can see there, 1,521. Ebbsfleet, Bath, Acebourne, Tonbridge make up the rest of the top teams there. Right at the bottom, I didn't know this actually. Oxford City, just 376 average attendance, but of course it's no surprise given there's Oxford United just down the road. Concord Rangers as well, 391. Hungerford, 464. But yeah, that's the average attendances for the National League South. And now we're going to look at the National League North League table so far. Kings Lynn, the team that got relegated from the National League last term, they currently are ahead by 1 point at the top of the table. 5 unbeaten, actually. 5 wins and 2 draws in 7 games. Let's have a look in the playoff spots. We've got Banbury, Fylde, Scarborough, Kidderminster, Leamington, Darlington. Now that's a team that used to be in the, I think, League 2 or National League as it was years ago. They had a quite big stadium as well, which but hopefully they make their way back up the leagues anyway. That'd be great to see. Same with Kidderminster, actually. At the foot of that table, we've got AFC Telford, Farsley Celtic, Bradford Park Avenue, and Boston United. Boston and both Bradford PA yet to record a league of victory so far. Boston, I think, used to be League Two as well. I remember them being on FIFA 06 quite a while ago. AFC Telford, struggling start for them as well, it has to be said. Hereford and Chester, they were their Phoenix clubs, who used to be both in League Two. They're around mid-table on 15th and 16th, respectively. Maybe things get better. Then Peterborough Sports, I think, got promoted from their league last season. They're doing 10th, doing quite well. I think their fans will be happy with that so far this season. But like I said, this is the only Northern League I'm going to really show on this stream so far because, of course, my knowledge isn't really there, and hence why one day I would like, obviously, more Northern guests on this show to discuss those leagues so we can go at that in a little bit more detail. But yeah, let's have a look at the National League North average attendances. Hereford, unsurprisingly, at the top with 2,286. A great club. I'd love to see back in the Football League one day. They've sort of cemented themselves around this league, I think, or the division below. Great big ground. I'm glad to see they're doing well. I love these Phoenix clubs. They come back from the ashes. They're run by the fans for the fans, and hopefully good times ahead for them, for that club. And same with Chester, who are third in the average attendance table, 1,881. They went for a torrid time as well. At the bottom there, Curzon Ashton with 294. Peterborough Sports, Farsley Celtic, and teams like that. And I'll tell you what, now we're going to go straight back down to step 3 of non-league, which is we're going to kick things off with the Southern League Premier. And boy, is it no surprise, Weston-super-Mare are top of that table so far, unbeaten. They've had I've said it before on the channel, Weston-super-Mare, they're going to win the league. You've heard it here first. They are fantastic. Unbeaten in the league season. The only draw being that 2-2 draw at Bracknell. They showed true grit and determination to come back at the 97th minute and get an equaliser there. They're a fantastic team. When they came to Basingstoke, we gave last week in the FA Cup, we gave them a really good game. But they were just too good. Players like Luke Humphreys, Ruben Reid, they're going to go far and have a good season. So check the comments now. Any more comments regarding on the channel? Apparently Tonbridge Angels beat Weymouth this season. Kings Lynn Town did amazingly well, says Mr. Luke. Possibly another National League North title. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? When the teams get relegated from National League North, they would be the favourites to win their regionalised, league. So I think maybe they'll be going up. But yeah, in terms of the player spots so far, that for Southern League Premier, you've got Chiro City, Chesham, Hamwell, and Dorchester. Hamwell, a surprise package early on this season, doing very well. They London Geordies. For those who don't know, Hamwell Town actually were founded by a group of Newcastle United fans, and a lot of their fans do support Newcastle United. And I'd like to see them do well. They had a fantastic year last season. They beat Chertsey surprisingly in the playoff final at Chertsey, 3-2. Despite being a man down, they were fantastic, and I hope they do well this season. At the foot of the table, we've got Hendon, Plymouth Parkway, Harrow, and Hartley Whitney. Hendon have lost every single game. It's a bad start to the season for them. They're going to be favourites to be relegated early doors. And, of course, it's 4 teams that get relegated from this division. So it's going to be a long old season for Hendon. Hartley Whitney, is it time they went down? I mean, I think they struggle for fans at their home games. And who knows? I think they could be one of the favourites to go down as well. Winchester City, flirting with relegation, but, it's early doors. We had Craig Davis. He watches the manager of Winchester. He watches the channel. I think they'd be happy just to start this year because they've got a very small budget. Let's have a look. Merthyr Town, what other teams got their pool? Metropolitan Police, they're mid-table. Hayes and Yedden, who were the league favourites going into this season, they're not really being consistent, are they? They're down in 10th position. Bracknell in 9th. I think, look, they've lost their manager and surprisingly Connor Lynch. Connor Lynch's departure, I feel, is not going to be huge to them because he didn't really play for them anyway, but certainly Bobby Wilkinson leaving, that's going to be a big loss for Bracknell. But apart from that, I think they can be happy with their season so far. Just a 1 league defeat. Yeah, it's going to be tough for Bracknell next few weeks, but don't be surprised maybe if they make the playoffs during the season. They're joined with teams like Salisbury, Gosport Borough and Swindon Supermarine all battling for a playoff spot so far this season. Let's have a look. Yes, let us know what midweek games you're going to, whether it's FA Trophy or league games. I know Winchester City host Bracknell this Tuesday. So that'll be an interesting game with Bobby Wilkins not being in charge of the Robins for that one. So we'll go down to the next league now, and that is the Isthmian League Premier, which is mostly made up of London-based teams and Essex-based teams, and it's Potters Bar Town who are top of the table, albeit on goal difference with Aveley. Aveley doing very well. They got promoted from their league last year, the Isthmian North. Folkestone, Invicta, Horsham and Hornchurch make up these playoff spots. And right at the bottom, it's Billericay, Wingate and Finchley, Bowes and Pitsea and Herne Bay. Billericay, wow, that's another team who've had a hard time of it. They used to be in the National League South, had a lot of star names like Jamie O'Hara. And they had, I think was it Konchesky? I can't remember. They've had a lot going on in that club, but they're not doing well this season so far. Let's have a look at the other teams in this league. Canvey Island got promoted from their league last season, then 8th. They can be happy with where they are right now. Let's have a look at the other teams. Margate, Hastings, Haringey, 17th. So nothing really sticks out to me here. I'm not too knowledgeable in this league, but certainly Aveley are doing very well there in second position. They'll be happy with that, having been promoted from their league last season. So let's have a look now at the step 4. We're going to step 4 now. Southern League South. So this is the last sort of step we're going to show you in this broadcast. It's Sholing, who have won all 4 of the opening games, who are top of that division early doors with all 12 points. And in the playoffs, we have Hamworthy in second, Exmouth in third, Evesham in fourth, and Melksham in fifth. At the bottom in the relegation zones is Lymington Town and Larkhall Athletic. Lymington have not recorded a single point yet. Plus, it's worth noting they got battered 6-0 against Basingstoke in the FA Cup, so they're having a really bad time this season. Maybe things will pick up for them at some point in the future. Bristol Manor Farm, despite making the playoff final last season, find themselves down in 17th. And then 18th at Slimbridge. AFC Tottenham there mid-table in 10th. We went there a few weeks ago. Nice little ground, good little club. Hopefully they do well this season. Wimborne haven't been relegated this season, last season from the Southern League Premier South. They find themselves in 8th with 2 wins and 2 defeats. They might well come back up next season. Next up is the Isthmian South East League, and it's Beckenham Town who lead the pack with all 4 wins so far this season. Whitehawk, Ramsgate, Chatham and Littlehampton are in the playoff spots. Whitehawk, another team who used to be a team in the National League South. They've come down 2 divisions in as many seasons. Maybe they'll be fighting their way back into the next league above this term. At the bottom of the table is Burgess Hill Town, who have not recorded a single point yet this season, with Corinthian in 19th. And then you've got Sheppey United in 17th and Haywards Heath Town in 18th position. So look at the other teams. We've got Chichester in 11th. They normally like a good FA Cup run, allegedly. So are they happy with that? I'm not too sure. Let's have some more comments, actually, before I go on a bit further. Yeah, hashtag, if Billericay go down, they'll be playing hashtag next season. That's a team that I'd like to see go up. I like hashtag. Hashtag United a lot. I'm going to probably do a video on them soon, actually. Hashtag United. I like what they do. So now we're going to step another team. We've got 2 more leagues left at step 4. This is the Southern Central League. And we've got Berkhamsted, who are the top on 9 points. Didcot in second, along with Kidlington in third, but they've all got the same points. It's just a case of, and Ware as well, but it's just goal difference there affecting the league table. And then right at the bottom there, we've got Hadley and Cirencester. Well, I've just realised something, actually. I'm missing the South Central Division from these league tables. I'll get that in just a moment, anyway. Cirencester, not having a good start, along with Hadley. No league wins so far this term. Cirencester travelled to Basingstoke in the FA Trophy on Tuesday. Barton and Biggleswade in the relegation playoff spot so far. And you can see the teams there floating between 6th and 16th position in their leagues. Now we've got step 4 which is the of Isthmian League North, AFC Sudbury and Felixstowe and Walton United, both undefeated so far. Well, sorry, as well, Heybridge Swifts and New Salamis, they all unbeaten so far, all on 10 points. This is goal difference there. Makes up the positions. And then at the bottom, they've got Malden, Tiptree and Holbridge Sports there. East Farkin 18th and Gorleston in 17th. Hashtag in 10th, like I said earlier. Hashtag hope they do well. They've got a great new team. They've got out a lot of players, but they've brought in a lot of quality players like Greg Halford, who I mentioned earlier, amongst plenty of other good players as well. So just quickly, I need to quickly grab the Isthmian South Central table. I've just realised I'm missing that. I don't know how I've missed that one out. So apologies for that. That is pretty embarrassing on my part. But I'll just get that loaded for you in just a second. I'll take a screenshot of it just so I can show it to you guys if it works. Just bear with me. So yeah, let me know any news that I might have missed out on that's worth mentioning on the show, and I will give that a shout out. Just bear with me a sec. Plus, any ideas for future podcasts? Obviously, future live streams. Obviously, today's been a bit awkward, just myself, just me talking. But the hope is that in future I'll have guests so we can sort of go back and forth and talk about different subjects and talking points of non-league. So we've got South Central coming up any second now. And where is it? Oh, it's gone. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it's gone. Just bear me 1 second. Why isn't it loading? Oh, here it is. Isthmian South Central. Here we go. Northwood, still unbeaten. They've won all 4 of the opening games, doing very well. Chance of them getting promoted is quite high. Surprisingly, like I said, top position there. In the playoffs, got Binfield, Chertsey, Walton, Hersham, South Park. Binfield are a team near Bracknell. They played very well when they came to Basingstoke. I think they're going to do well. I think they're going to be a playoff spot in a playoff spot this season. Chertsey were a team that lost their manager, lost a lot of key players in the off season, but they've gone unbeaten so far. They're doing very well, and certainly I think they'll be up for promotion via the playoff system. South Park, a surprise package so far in 5th in the last playoff spot. At the bottom, it's Mercham and Fatcham. Fatcham have had quite a poor start to the season. Leatherhead, especially poor start for them in 17th. They've not just lost a lot of their league games at home, but even the FA Cup. I think they lost to a team a step below where they're at, and they're just having a bad time of it. Leatherhead, for a team that are meant to be the favourites for automatic promotion and win the league title, their fans must be disappointed. I mean, I don't know whether it's the coaching side of it or the players. I don't know, but something's not right with Leatherhead at the moment. Things need to improve there. Bedford Sports in 18th. Bit surprised. I think they will be they were a good side last season, and I think they will be this season, but it's still, of course, early on in the season. Basingstoke in 13th. Hopefully we can do better as the season pushes on. Tooting and Mitcham in 12th. They are a club I want to see do well in this league. They've got a very underrated fan base. They've got a nice stadium, and I really hope they do well this season, better than where they were last season at least. Sutton Common Rovers and Westfield surprisingly doing better than expected so far this season. But Westfield, I think, have dropped points massively the last 2 games. They won their opening 2 games against Leatherhead and Basingstoke 4-0, but the last 2 games they've lost. So they're going a bit of a downward spiral at the moment. And you've got Uxbridge in 9th, Marlow in 8th, Southall in 7th, and Ashford Town in 6th. So, any more comments before we finish? It's been quite... yes, Mr. Luke, I did miss the Northern Premier League. That is purely because I didn't know how this stream was going to go today. And also the fact is I don't know much about it. I'm going to, from next week, hopefully bring that onto the stream and get more people on from as guests that can represent the Northern Leagues, so that can all be promoted as well. So that's going to be pretty much the end of the stream today, unfortunately. It's only taken 35 minutes, which isn't as long as what I wanted. So let's get off this screen here. But yeah, it's a long process. This, I want to make it the best I possibly can. Early doors. I mean, I'm not happy with the time it's taken today. I wish it was on for a bit longer. It's extremely difficult doing this by myself, so I've got nobody to talk to and discuss things with. So hopefully next week will be a lot better for you guys. If you've not enjoyed today, I apologise. Things will get better from next week, hopefully, when we get at least one guest on. But otherwise, like, we've enjoyed it. Obviously, I've enjoyed doing this. It's the first go at doing a proper live stream. I've never done it before. But yeah, we've got a lot to look forward to in this channel. We've got this non-league on Sunday show, and also we've got the vlogs in 4K and all these different things going on. But yeah, thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure doing today. Don't forget to stick around, subscribe if you oh, hang on, just got a comment here from Ballum for step for your team. So let's have a look. Yeah, so in terms of Winklebury, if we did get promoted, Basingstoke Town, we can play in step 3. That's providing, I think, more seating's made available. We have a proper player tunnel and that sort of thing, and maybe even extra turnstiles as well. But one thing I know for certain, it's not suitable for step 2. That's why we need a new home desperately at Basingstoke Town, because we can't do much with Winklebury Football Complex. We can go one step above maximum. That is it. In step 5, I expect Jersey Bulls to go up. Yeah, Jersey, another little island team. I'd like to see them do well. But yeah, thank you for watching. All you guys who have commented and have watched live. Like I said, apologies if this wasn't nowhere near as good as you thought it would be. It's not been as good as I thought it would be, but hopefully next week will be a lot better when there's more conversation going on and it's a bit more enjoyable to watch. But yeah, I've been Matchday. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more if you want to carry on watching not just the vlogs but these live streams from next Sunday. But until then, I will see you next time.